Mondays make me so anxious.
It's hard to stay real in a world full of fakes. It's hard to find truth when the liars are great. I'm trying my best.
This shit was so funny. You guys, I tried the heatless curls last night. I'm definitely very late to the train. However, I'm thoroughly impressed with them. I definitely need to like kind of curl these ones up here, or I might do like a half up, half down moment, but I'm impressed. I'm like very impressed. And it wasn't that bad like actually sleeping on them. Spending the morning right now. I do have work today, however I don't go in until a little bit later, so we are getting some computer work done. I have a weekly vlog that I need to edit because it's Monday, and then I also was just watching a bit of Sophie's vlogs as I edit right now. Sophie Jane Miller literally is like my favorite YouTuber ever. I don't know, her content is just so comforting to me. Same thing truthfully with just like her whole friend group. I usually watch like Sophie, Georgia, and then Rachel. Watch her YouTube channel if you don't already. It's like the most comforting thing in the world. Behind the scenes of like what I condensed down, literally I have like 2 hours and 55 minutes right here of actual content, and then I like literally have to trim so much of this down to try and fit it into like a 20 to 30 minute video. So you guys want to know a funny thing? If I'm going through like seeing my subscribers and their names, and then like I'm noticing people that I went to high school with, and I'm like, ah, like I love the support, thank you, but also I'm like very cringed out just because I don't know, it's like weird to think people I went to high school with like watching my YouTube channel. I'm like mentally dreading going into work, but I know once I get there I'll be fine. It's just like getting there. And lately work has been making me like incredibly anxious. I don't know if it's just because I feel like I've had like a pretty hefty workload recently, and it just feels a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes I'm like, why do I have a big girl job? Low-key miss having a simple life and being like a server and a hostess. Like, I miss that. That was kind of great. And I also love it. I'm like 50-50. That's pretty good. More Sophie Jane on the TV.
I'm getting tired of your bullshit. I'm tired of your voice. I'm getting tired of the way you leave me hanging with no choice.
Here is the work fit. I kind of like this hairstyle. I don't know. I ended up doing this hairstyle, so it's kind of like a little half up, half down on it with the curls, some hoops, and then just this plain little like turtleneck. But I need to bring my necklace out. And then I just kind of pizzazzed it a little bit with jewelry. I have on a little belt, little gold hoops, my pearl. I just have a watch on, some gold little like dangly bracelets. And then lastly, I have heels. I love a little bit of dress up before work. Mondays make me so anxious. I hate it. Grabbed my mail really quick. I do need to hurry because I have a workout class to get to at 9:30, and it's now 8:50. It's like a 15-minute drive. I just don't know what some of this is. Oh my god, this is my sunscreen. I got this Korean sunscreen, and yeah, it had literally taken like forever. This next package, I already know it's from Vitality. This might be a matching set. Oh my god, these are really soft. I have never tried Vitality, so this is going to be the first time. But these feel like butter. Absolute butter. Oh, this might be too big. I guess she's not too big, but I definitely could do a medium. She's very comfy though, because she's like quite loose. She's not supportive. Like, these girls can move, and when I do this, it's like really, I don't know, I'll still probably keep it just because it's comfy. Question is this okay to wear to my Pilates class? I think I will. It's like pitch black in there, so if I have a nip slip, no one's gonna be able to tell. Oh my god, these are so comfy. But here's the fit right now. I don't want to give you guys a full review. If you guys are curious about this, by the time this weekly vlog goes live, maybe it'll be up. You guys can go there and check it out if you're curious as to like what my actual review is. Very, very in-depth, but I'm going to go hit a Pilates class in this, and then we'll also see how kind of like it feels like functional doing more like deep stretch movements. Good morning, you guys. It's now Wednesday. I feel like at the beginning of the week, like on Monday and Tuesday, I'm like, oh, like I still got a good amount of the week left, like no need to stress. And then it hits Wednesday and I'm like, oh my god, it's Wednesday. And then I low-key get like this like midweek little like, that's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like more specifically just because I do leave for this trip on Friday morning. Like we are meeting at the office at 4 something in the morning. I have a belt that's downstairs in my bag, so I'll also add in that. But we just have on a little sweater here, slick back bun, chunky gold hoops. I just threw on a watch really quick, and then I also have on just these little wedges. The wedges kind of look funky with these pants, but I don't care. Oh, little scratches before I go. Yeah, I wish I could stay home with you all day, every day. Literally my baby. Okay, I'm about to leave my house. I literally have on this sweater, I'm like blanking, black pants, and I have on these heels. I don't really love these heels. I have a different pair that would look much cuter, but they're not as comfy. And I just feel like being comfortable today, you know? I'm on my period. I feel kind of like doggy doo-doo. I don't have an actual lunch, so I'm packing cheese, crackers with hummus, and these like little like meat. But like low-key, like that's protein, fats, and carbs right there. That's a complete balanced meal. Just lacking any form of micronutrients, but that's okay. The fact that it's like still actually kind of dark. Absurd. I'm looking a little bit crazy right now. Obviously, I am home right now. I am so happy to be home. We ended up getting off the plane. First of all, our plane got delayed because literally like all the planes in Miami were delayed, and then it made it so it was like the tarmac was like so backed up, and we were just waiting on like a shit ton of planes to like actually have to take off. So that was a bit stressful. And then we had we didn't actually have necessarily a layover because we didn't have to like get off and switch planes or anything. We got to stay on the plane, but after Miami, the plane stopped in Atlanta, and they were like dropping off some people and then also boarding others. And whenever the second group was then boarding, like I was toward the front of the plane, and like me and all like our staff was up there, and then literally this man was like walking and he straight up just like passed out. And it was like he literally just like passed out. He was an older gentleman, passed out, just like went unconscious. Like his eyes literally were like rolling in the back of his head, and he was just like gone there for a minute. Then they like got someone on there, like the paramedic, I think it was, I don't fucking know. They got somebody on there. He had to then like get off the plane, and he kept saying like he was fine, it's just his back hurting. And that did not look like a back just hurting to me. Like he literally was completely like unconscious. After all of that, then we get here. We're to Ohio, you know. We're like unboarding at Columbus International Airport. Is that what it's called? Columbus Airport. We're onboarding. Everyone kind of like some people's family members were picking him up. I personally drove with Dr. Wong and some of the other girls, and we had parked our cars at our office, so we all got in his car, and then we went back there. And as we were getting in to leave, one of the girls, Cassie, who lives like over an hour away, her car was not starting, so we were trying to jump it wasn't working. It was like a whole thing. Basically, as they were trying to fix and like figure out what's up with her car, me and the other doctor and my manager, we drove to Wendy's, got us all food, and then we literally just sat on the curb in front of our office eating Wendy's at like midnight. Oh, let me fill you in on the Airbnb too. This is great. I figured, you know, we'd come in here, sip on our coffee as I actually finish explaining to you the little recap of this trip. So anyways, Airbnb, when we first got there, also the backyard, beautiful. Like a lot of the things look super nice. However, I am someone like, when I go places, I'm looking at your baseboards, like I'm looking at the fine little details. And you could just definitely tell at one point in time that this house had been like a dump and an investor had like renovated it and like done a flip job. And there was a lot of little like flaws within the things that they did, but overall I love the house. It was beautiful. Like the backyard looked like a dream. Like it was just, absolutely loved it. But when we got there, there was like, I guess there was a rat by the pool. And then also inside there was like a cockroach, which I know cockroaches are like super common in Florida. So that was more of like a, okay, sweep it under the rug. But it was just funny because there was little things that kept happening. But like the cherry on top, toward the end of the trip, first of all, it started, one toilet had literally just like, it was not flushing. Like there was nothing in there. Someone had pooped, but it wasn't like crazy. So this toilet wasn't flushing, and there was 4 bathrooms. So we're like, okay, like guys, let's just not use this until we can find a plunger. They like had the plunger hidden, but things were just making weird noises. The toilets were literally bubbling. They started leaking at the bases. They also started overflowing, and like literally some of them had poop in them. Like people had to poop. They were not flushing and going down, and then once again they were bubbling. Like there are some serious like septic line issues of something in this house, and we had texted them and they're like, is it just clogged? And I'm like, no, like this is like an actual like issue. It's not just one toilet, it's like a whole thing. I do need to put in a new battery and then we'll finish up with the stories. I'm sorry if some of you think this is boring, but also it's just, it's very funny. I want to recap to some of you guys like honestly what this trip entails, because I think people hear like I'm going on a work trip and they imagine like meetings and like, I don't fucking know. It's just like more of a corporate like it feels like you're being at work. No, not our work trips. No. And we're back again. So let me show you guys the itinerary. So I was in charge of planning everything. Like he gave me full reign as to what we were doing. This man did not even look at the itinerary, so he had no idea what was happening this entire time, which is so funny to me. So like I picked out the house, which it was gorgeous, but it did have some issues like there. However, like, and then also I got to like book the things that I wanted to, do all of that. Of course, I talked with my coworkers to see kind of like what they're feeling. Here's a little itinerary. Like, are you kidding me? So we had this separated on the days. It was a 3-day trip, but like that shit feels like a fever dream because you're like, go, go, go. Day 1, we started out honestly pretty chill. We didn't even end up getting to Miami. What time did we get there? I don't know. We got to Miami around like 12 or so. I think it was actually later because there was like plane and stuff just like took a bit longer. So I think it was like 1 p.m. We went out to lunch. We went to this like sports bar, which was really, really nice. It was Duffy's Sports Grill, by the way. It's the one closer to like the actual like coast. It's like a waterfront area and absolutely gorgeous. The food was delicious. Like highly recommend that place. And then right after lunch we went and checked into the house. Everyone was kind of hanging out there. The first day, honestly, I was so overstimulated, like to the max, and I just kind of needed to like take a minute. So everyone else had kind of stayed up. I like swam for a little bit. We did that. We went to the grocery store, then came home. We like made dinner, kind of like a nacho type vibe, and then everyone stayed up and kind of like was drinking and did games. I personally went to bed just because usually I'll like rally, go with the party, but it was a little too much for me. So I just needed like to rest because we had been up all day and I was done for. Day two was literally the best. Some people were making breakfast. I had like 1 egg and 1 singular piece of bacon. I had a very, very light breakfast. And then we got ready and we headed to go to the boat. I had booked a boat for 4 hours. It was so damn fun. So we booked this boat. It holds actually 49 people, but there was literally only 13 of us. So we had a shit ton of room to like dance, do all the things. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We were quite plastered. And I feel like this is the part that people don't think. Like literally our boss was having his beer bong. Like this shit was so funny. Definitely a thing. I've never been like that drunk around them. However, also I love it because it's such an environment where like we were all plastered, like literally twerking on each other and absolutely shaking our asses in bikinis. Like I'm like shaking my ass on like our other doctor. She's a female, don't worry, she is a female, but like we were all like dancing, just going absolutely feral, but it was so damn fun. And I just saw that like literally our boss is standing on this fucking ladder and he's like, you, beer bong next, like literally pointing to us. And it is so funny, especially because I have never seen that side of him, and it's just literally, it killed me, absolutely killed me. So we had that trip and it was just so much freaking fun. We all gave each other like secondary like code names, and it was so funny because what was it, like mine was Viola, they called me V, and like whenever in that moment we're like, that was not Kylie, that was Viola. And we all just like had little names. It was so fun. So after we went home though, I swam for a little bit and then we had kind of like chilled for a couple hours, but then it was time to get ready and we were going out to dinner. It was like a restaurant but also a club at the same time. I hung out there for a bit. We ate dinner, drinks, like all the usual things, and then we actually ended up hopping over to another bar and just kind of like danced for a little bit, drinks, all that. Day 3, we woke up once again, got breakfast. We actually went out and got like little donuts and stuff, prepared the house, like did the whole checkout process, and then we headed to this place called Jungle Island. But it was kind of like an obstacle course and it was very, very fun, but also it was so fucking hot being in like Miami. And like granted, we just went at the very end of September, early October. And it was really, really hot, but it was super duper fun. We went there, everyone loved it. After that, we went to lunch at this restaurant. You guys, this is the best restaurant I have ever eaten at. If you were in Miami or like planning a trip there, please, please, please go here. It's called Meraki Greek Bistro, and it's literally my favorite restaurant ever, and like I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, that is kind of a recap of the trip. I'm not really like comfortable vlogging in front of them. A couple people, like I said, know I have the YouTube channel, but not everyone, and it's a little bit much to be vlogging like that. I don't know, I want to include this part in my weekly vlog because like this is a huge part of my life that you guys don't always get to see, of like those people at work. I'm gonna go ahead and end off this vlog here. Nothing too crazy happening. It is Monday, so I actually should be starting up a new one, but I turned 21 this month. I gotta go get my license renewed now, so I'm gonna go do that, and I also gotta get like air in my tires, go grocery shopping, prep for the work week. So there is all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the next one.